Hello, I think I'm live. Hold on. I'm not. Hello and welcome to Pilates for Runners session. If you're watching this on the replay, do let me know. But could you also, because Facebook have done a new live system and I really don't like it, I can't see if anyone's here. So can you let me know in the comments and so that I know I'm not talking to myself. It's always nicer to talk to someone else. And also the camera setup's different, so I hope that you'll be able to see me when I do this. We are doing a sort of more traditional Pilates session this week, but we are focusing on our glutes, our core, and just some of the actions that we do when we run. That is what we're doing. Sorry, I'm just trying to check that anyone's here. Let me know if you are. In the comments. Oh yeah, brilliant. Annabelle, hello Annabelle, I know you. Well done for coming here. Good, okay. So really good for any stage of runner this. And if you've not done Pilates before, then I'll give you alternatives just to protect your back and just till you get used to it. There's some Melissa's here. Well done, thank you. At least I'm not talking to myself. It used to come up with a little count and you could see how many people were live. Who are watching you, but there's nothing there. So I really don't like it, but I suppose I'll get used to it. Good, so let's get going. So again, it's all about working towards us being stronger. Now, I don't know if any of you saw last week's, I did a standing session. And one of the things I said, and I've been out running, I'm recovering from my injury, so I've been out running a bit. And I was listening to my own self talking. But one of the things I noticed when I did get tired, if I lifted out from my hips, it makes such a difference and just lengthen. So even however tired you are, just think about lengthening through. I've now come up with something else. I don't know what that is. I'm going to get rid of that. Okay, we've come up with. Sorry, they're lengthening. So there's too many things going on. I can't cope. Let's get started, and then I'll just forget what's going on here. So we're going to lie on our back in what we call a neutral position, and we're just going to just relax. So if you've not done Pilates before, we need to get set up. So we're going to have our heels underneath our knees, our arms down by our side, and just relax. So I want you to open up those collarbones. Another thing, we want to think about where our tension is and just relax. And we're going to find our neutral position. If you don't know what your neutral position is, then I just want you to push your back slightly into the mat and then it'll protect it. What you do need to know is that you need to use this centre, which is the deep muscles, not your six pack, but the deep muscles underneath. So I want you to draw your pubic bone towards your belly button, or think about drawing the tummy button towards your spine. So just to start off with, for a little bit of a warm up, we're going to push the lower back into the mat, squeeze the glutes, and draw the bottom off the floor and back down. So this is going to start mobilising that lower back. So it's really good to do after a run as well, actually. But it's also a time for you to just get those glutes working. So start to squeeze your bottom and think about drawing that pubic bone towards your belly button. Okay, so there's a few things to think about, and don't forget to breathe as well. Lovely. So while you're doing this, I want you to imagine a ball between your inner thighs. So you imagine you're squeezing it, so it activates your inner thighs. Really important to keep those knees strong as well as your pelvis. Good, so squeezing, and then we're just going to do one more like this. And we're going to take our arms out to the side. So I'm still trying to warm up that lower back and get some blood flow to it. So keeping your shoulders on the floor, I want you to take your legs to one side. Use that centre to draw that tummy back into the spine and take it the other way. And again, keep the arm collarbone nice and open. So all the work is happening in this area when we do Pilates at the moment. Good. And let's bring that back to centre. So set yourself up again. Make sure those heels are underneath the knees and level with your seat bones. So go into your pelvic tilt, so lower back into the mat. Start to engage that centre and squeeze those glutes. And then I want you to peel each part of your vertebrae, your spine, off the mat. So one vertebrae at a time. Now don't tense up in those shoulders. We're going to breathe out as we do so, and we're going to squeeze our glutes and lengthen through the neck. This wasn't what I wanted to do, but we'll go with it. And press back down. Okay, so we'll just do one more like that. So that's just mobilising for me, and then I'm going to change that position for you. So keeping the collarbone nice and open, in breath at the top, and then take it back down. Good. So you don't want to go up too high and you don't want to over push. Right, this time I want you to make sure your pubic bone and your tummy button are in line. So you might find that you have a slight gap under your back. That's fine. We're going to engage our centre and we're just going to push right up. So we're going to engage the glutes and we're going to draw that tummy button spine. I just want you to push up. Okay, so we're trying to work these glutes. Then from the hips, we're going to come down. And again, so we're going to come up. So I've got work happening here and I've got work happening here and back down. So all the exercises I'm going to give you today are working towards keeping you nice and strong, but also some of them will be replicating what we do when we're running, believe it or not. So squeezing those glutes and pushing down. And it's really important that we have strong glutes to power us through when we're running, especially as we get tired. So we're going to do one more. Hold it at the top for me. Take it up. Good. So from here, I want you to just fold at the hips. So you're just coming down halfway. Squeeze these glutes and push up. Again, working through here. So we're just going to do that. So it's like a little pulse. Don't over push. I don't want to see that happening. Okay. It's a small movement, but I want you to feel those glutes. Brilliant. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, and get those weight evenly through those feet as well. Last one. So hopefully you're starting to feel that. If like me, you've got a weaker glute, I have to work harder on one side. Brilliant. From here, get yourself back into neutral. You're going to bring one leg up and then the other. Now, if you've not done much Pilates before, push your back into the mat and bring it here. So you can stay here. We're just going to lengthen one leg and lower, and lengthen one leg and lower. Good. So work in that centre so we don't let our back position change. Keeping the collarbones nice and easy. Now, if you're used to Pilates, we're going to take it a little bit further away. So we're going to gradually build up. So we're lengthening that leg away. So again, you can imagine this as your running style. Just pushing one leg away. It's replicating your running movement. If you've done Pilates, and I know there's someone here who has, we're going to curl up, lower the armpits, and we're going to take it away. So we eventually want to build up to this position so that we can really work and on this. And we'll be ending up, hopefully, if we've got enough time, we'll be ending up doing, not today, 3 minutes or so on here, because then you get used to, it's the running position, and you're getting used to working these muscles. And we want to tire them out, because you get tired when you run. Let's do 2 more on each side. 2 and 1. Brilliant. Bring those knees to the chest and have a stretch. Just going to scoot up my mat a little bit. Good. So we're going back up. We're going to bring one leg up and the other. From here, if you can, push the back into the mat if you need to, but engage that centre. You're going to lengthen the legs and lower. So this is the first level, or not quite the first level, but you might feel that load onto the centre. If you feel it into your back, push your back into the mat a little bit more. If you're used to doing Pilates, we're going to take it a little bit away. So again, increase that load onto the centre. So we're strengthening that core. And if you can, we'll bring it back up. So we'll take the arms away and the legs away. But all the time, we're keeping that connection through that centre. So breathing in, breathe out. Keep it going, lowering those armpits. Good, 1 more. Do 2 more. Brilliant. And relax it up. Good, bring those knees to the chest and give yourself a stretch. Right, let's come on to our sides. Someone's just messaged me. Right, from here we're going to come onto our sides and we're going to lengthen our legs. So here, lengthen, elbow underneath the shoulder, hips on top of each other, breastbone, pubic bone in line, so you are in a neutral position. You're going to take that leg forward, hope my feet are clean, and take it back. So we're trying to get this glute working, but we're also working up the side, so it's all about strengthening all the time. Now when you're doing this, the upper body doesn't need to move, okay? So we're going to take it here and back. Lovely. Lengthening. Keep lengthening through here so you can feel it working. Good. We'll do 1 more. Glute working as you take it back. So you've got to work here and here. Brilliant. From there, I want you to bend both legs. So we're going to keep that lengthening going. Imagine you're pulling out the top of your head. And you're going to open and close. So keep the feet together. It's called a clown. We don't want to roll back, but we're getting into that glute. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, breathe out, breathe in. Last one. Hold it here, bring the leg up and down. So again, trying to work that glute. And again, one more, and relax. Brilliant. Okay, let's take our legs to the other end. And we're going to do the same thing. So lengthen those legs for me. Elbow underneath the shoulders. So we're taking it forwards and back, squeezing that glute as you do so, and keeping this upper body nice and still. Taking it forwards and back, squeezing that glute. Lovely. Keep lengthening, keep working through the center, so you're pulling the pubic bone towards the belly button. Lovely. And again, I don't count very well when I'm doing this, so we might be uneven. Brilliant. From there, bend both legs, and you're just going to open and close. So again, try not to roll back as you do this. You should be able to start feeling it in this glute. If not, take the legs away very slightly and come and do it here, lengthening through the spine. Good. Let's do one more, and then up and down. So keep that leg bent and up and down. So you might find that it's harder on one side than the other, and that's just perfectly normal, but you need to work on the side that is harder a bit more. Let's do one more and relax. Brilliant. Okay, from here, I want us to come, no, I'm not going to do that one because I'm going to lose you. Right, let's go on to all fours. So, knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders, lengthening through the spine. So we're just going to do one side at the moment with this. So we're going to take one leg away and the opposite arm, and we're going to lift, and we're going to come back in. We're staying on that side and we're taking it up. So we're working all these muscles that we use when we're running in the same sort of motion. That's the idea. Try and keep those hips square to the floor, because we need to keep our pelvis stable when we're running. Lovely. Let's do two more. So again, you should be able to feel the glute working through that center. Excellent. Good. Let's change sides. So get yourself so your hips are square. Take the arm and the opposite leg away. So you're going to lift up and come back. Lift up and back. And again, try not to let yourself roll over onto one side. So you might just have to adjust your weight. Make sure you're working through the center and that back isn't moving. So I'm actually in a neutral position and I'm working hard through this through the center. Good. And relax. From here, let's take it into a cat stretch. So tuck the tailbone under, let the head hang, and come out of it. Good. And again, tuck it under, pull out through that center. Well done. Good. From there, we're going to take it onto our elbows from here, and we're going to lengthen that leg away. So again, still need to be square to the floor, lengthening through that spine, and we're going to lift that leg up and down. Now I'm still working through the center, so I'm still pulling that pubic bone towards the belly button. Keep the hips square to the floor. That's so important, because the more you move around, the harder it is, and especially when you're running, you want to keep yourself as level and hips facing forwards as you can. Good. Hold it here, hold it up, and we're going to pulse. We're going to take it up. Use that center so the back doesn't move, and it is all through that glute. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Excellent. Good. Change sides. We're working quite a bit on the pelvis at the moment, trying to maintain that. Take it up and down. Good. Do let me know in the comments afterwards or during or whatever which ones you find really helpful, and if there's anything you can see is really going to help you in your running. That'd be really nice to hear. Okay, let's do one more like this and then hold it up. From here we're pulsing, so we're pulsing it up, but I'm using that tummy button towards that spine, so I'm engaging my center all the time. Good. And it's a really nice thing to do when you're running, if you start thinking about all the things you could be working. Let's do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Back on those heels. We're going to do one more. Woo! Good. Okay. From there, onto your elbows again. Into this position, you're going to take one leg out. You're going to get that glute and that leg working. Okay? Whoop, there we go. And then we're going to take the other one there. So we're in a plank position. I don't want you there. I want you to tuck under, lift those hips slightly, and hold it here. Keeping those hips square to the floor. We're going to drop one knee and the other. Okay, so again, we are strengthening that core, strengthening the lower back as well, all up the spine. Working that's here. Let's do 5, 4. Keep it going, breathing. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Well done. Up onto all fours for me and take it into a cat stretch. So tuck the tailbone under, let the head hang and come out of it. Woo! That certainly got the heart rate going. I hope it did with you. Lovely. Excellent. And just have a relax. Whew. So, I don't know how long I did there, about 15 minutes. So, just a one that you can use either before or after you go running. Really nice one to do. But we're trying to strengthen and the core and the glutes. So, I hope that you've enjoyed. Do let me know in the comments below, and I'd love to hear. And anything else that you want to focus on, do let me know. Be back next week at 10 o'clock. As long as the lockdown is here, I will be here. So take care, have some great runs, go and enjoy them and avoid people. Stay safe. Take care.